Your sequel, any chance you'll pop up?
From beyond the grave. I have nothing to do with that production. I'm absolutely sure it's going to be fantastic.
As for Russell, he's getting scary in The Pope's Exorcist.
Happening now.
Many viewers had questions and concerns about a new fee on their SAWS water bills. Coming up, we're going to talk directly with SAWS and get more answers about what the Uplift Assistance Program is all about.
Plus, your property tax appraisals are in, and no surprise, values are up. We'll explain why and what you can do about it.
Temperature whiplash is on the way. We'll talk about how cool it's going to get and when, along with those better rain chances headed our way. See you in a bit.
And former President Donald Trump arraigned today in court. We're going to break it all down for you. The News at 5 starts right now.
And we're going to begin with some late-breaking news as we start the top of this 5 o'clock show. San Antonio Fire Department on the scene of a house fire on the south side, or what is left of that house. You can see not a lot of that roof is left.
No, it looks like it's been burned all the way through. Though we do not see any more smoke or flames. This is at Idell Avenue near South New Braunfels and Pecan Valley Drive. Information very limited right now, but you can see the roof is very damaged and there's a lot of fire trucks still on the scene.
I will say the San Antonio Fire Department apparently making quick work of this. Just moments ago, we could see flames coming through the roof. It appears as if they have this under control right now. Our John Paul Barajas at the scene gathering more information. We'll continue to keep you updated on this developing story.
Meantime, new at 5, SAWS customers have a lot of questions about a fee that just started showing up on our bills, and they're coming to KSAT to get answers. It's
called the Uplift Assistance Program fee. Many of you have reached out to us here at KSAT to find out what this fee is and where it came from.
RJ Marquez getting some answers from SAWS about this fund and where the money is going.
Many SAWS customers are taking to social media to share their questions and concerns about the Uplift Assistance Program fee, a fee that started to appear on water bills last month. And Hayden with SAWS says City Council voted on the fee last November.
This fee was actually part of the rates for our water and wastewater beforehand. It was always built into our rates, and it helps our most vulnerable customers retain water and sewer rates.
Hayden says the reason it's showing up on bills now is because the Rates Advisory Committee asked for the charge to be broken out into a separate fee. The SAWS Board and City Council also overhauled how its customers pay for water and sewer services.
It doesn't affect the bottom line of your bill at all. It's about 32 cents per 1,000 gallons. And so most people will see a very small amount, $1.50 or so.
And Hayden says that nearly 32,000 households in the San Antonio area rely on this program to help pay for their water bills. Now they have to meet certain thresholds and apply for the program.
We use a federal threshold that defines people who are living in the poverty line. If you have a limited income, you pay a very minor amount for that indoor water assistance that you need.
But many viewers had questions about whether the fee was legal, a charity, or whether they could opt out.
This is not something you can opt out of. It's part of the cost of operating the system. So it's not a charity per se, it's a service to our customers.
Hayden added that 100% of the fund goes to low-income customers and does not pay for any SAWS salaries. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
We now know the name of a man who was found face down late last month on a sidewalk after being shot a block away. He is 20-year-old David Resentis. That's according to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office. San Antonio police saying the shooting happened in front of a home on El Paso Street near South Zarzamora and Highway 90. An empty car was found with the engine on and bullet holes. And then a block away, Resentis was found. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death, gunshot wound to the torso.
It is a crime you might not even be aware of. Reprogramming car keys and then taking the car. That's what 2 teens are accused of tonight. 18-year-old Eric Lozano Velasco is charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, evading arrest, organized criminal activity, and unlawful carry. 17-year-old Alex Lopez is charged with organized criminal activity and theft. According to the arrest affidavit, they were seen street racing in a reported stolen Dodge Charger downtown. Once they were pulled over, police found 4 more key fobs for the same type of car. When they returned the keys to one of the victims, police discovered the key didn't work and was reprogrammed. Investigators say it is allegedly a group operation, 3 other teens at least involved. At least 10 vehicles have been sold for parts totaling around $20,000.
Text messages sent on the day of a murder could be the key to getting a verdict in the capital murder trial of Jimmy Tran. That evidence shown to jurors just today. Tran is accused of the 2019 murder of Andres Salinas behind a Northeast Side Wingstop. Text records from Tran's phone show that he was aware how bad the shooting was when he saw it make headlines online. A digital forensics detective from SAPD read out those messages aloud.
Dog, I got in a crazy shooting earlier. I need to lay low somewhere where I can stay at your spot. Look it up on KSAT News.
And that's not the only incriminating evidence found on Tran's phone records. Coming up at 6, the messages that show he was trying to allegedly sell the murder weapon.
Some developing stories now. A mobile home no longer going to its new owner. It was destroyed in a fire overnight. Firefighters responded to the scene after 1 a.m. near Loop 410 and Marbach. The mobile home on the back property of Titan Factory Direct. A worker showed up and told fire officials that mobile home was supposed to be delivered to its new owner today. The cause of that fire is still being determined.
A fight between two women ending with one of them being stabbed and bleeding, the other on the run from police. The stabbing happened just before 11 a.m. on South Nueces Street. That must be p.m., not too far from South Zarzamora. When San Antonio police got to the scene, they found that stabbing victim. She was taken to the University Hospital and was expected to recover. Police say when the suspect is found, she could face charges.
Sticker shock again. Bexar County property owners will be getting mail from the appraisal district as early as today telling them what their home is worth. It's already posted online. The numbers not as drastic as last year, but still higher. 12 News Side's Marilyn Moritz explains why and what you can do if you don't like your appraisal.
If we don't watch how we spend our money and save for that, we'll be in trouble.
Teresa Garza's home just shot up in value by another 15%. Her Dignity Hill neighborhood has changed.
They look like medium-priced homes, but they're not. They're selling almost triple the amount that the people paid for them.
Her neighbor, Richard Cardenas, says developers buy the old houses and flip them.
They're selling for $300,000 or $500,000, and that's way too much. And that increases our property value.
They're not alone. Countywide, residential values are up an average of nearly 15%.
We expect to hear the same, frustration that, everybody feels.
Assistant Chief Appraiser Roy Sandoval says by law, the appraisal district has to follow the sales market. And no, they don't look at every home. So what can you do? Well, first of all, be sure you're claiming all of the exemptions you're entitled to, such as homestead, over 65, and disability. Those can help with your tax bill.
We have 50 appraisers for residential properties, yet we have over 500,000 residential homes. It's impossible for us to look at your home specifically. What we do mass appraisal. We look at neighborhoods.
Next, if you disagree, you can appeal or protest. The form is on the back of your notice, or you can do the entire process online. Remember to ask for their evidence packet. Most appeals are settled informally. The deadline to file notice of appeal is May 15th. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Easter preparations begin this Thursday. City officials announcing that is the day curfew at select parks are going to be lifted for overnight camping. Here's a list of just some of the parks where overnight camping will be happening. Curfew will be lifted Thursday at 11 p.m. and it will resume Easter Sunday at 11 p.m. Parks on the list include Breckenridge, McAllister, MLK, Roosevelt, Southside Lions, just to name a few of them. For more details and address locations, you can head over to KSAT.com.
It does look like folks will be setting up camp in the rain in the days ahead, even on Good Friday. Let's talk about our temperatures today. There's another warm one, almost summer-like out there. 93 Del Rio, 87 the high in San Antonio. Cotulla topped out at 97 and Carrizo Springs 95. So yeah, we were feeling the warmth today, but get ready for big-time temperature whiplash. Right now we're at 86. Dew point is 67. You feel that humidity in the air. That southeasterly wind is just going to reinforce it through the night tonight. 95 Eagle Pass, 92 now in Lakey, 88 in Santa Maria, and 85 in Bulverde. As we go through the evening, warm, humid, a bit breezy with that southeasterly wind, but the wind shifts tomorrow morning because of a cold front. That cold front's going to pave the way for some big time changes. We're talking a huge temperature drop, big time temperature drop, some stray morning showers and storms with that front. We'll show you the future cast in a little bit. And also Thursday and Friday, significantly cooler temperatures. I mean, we're talking near record cold high temperatures for Thursday and Friday. So feeling like fall really, but with it is going to be some much needed rain that's on the way, some good soaking rain, and I'll show you the future cast and break it down for you when it's going to arrive, how widespread it's going to be, and how much rain we should see and who's going to get the most. A lot to go over in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. In an extraordinary court moment, former President Donald Trump appearing for his arraignment today, marking the very first time in American history that a U.S. president, current or former, has faced criminal charges.
Trump coming before a judge and learning more about the dozens of counts in that indictment against him. The 45th president ultimately pleading not guilty. M. Wynn in New York for the latest.
A historic moment as for the first time a former president of the United States turns himself in after being indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. Donald Trump facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records stemming from alleged 2016 hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels, allegedly claiming the payments as an ordinary legal expense.
Prosecutors will say that this was a payment made to help his campaign. The reason you can elevate it from a misdemeanor to a felony is by saying that the falsification of the business records was done in an effort to conceal another crime.
The former president and now a criminal defendant walking the halls of the New York State Supreme Court, escorted by the Secret Service. Prior to his arraignment, Trump preparing with his lawyers inside Trump Tower. One person describing the former president as resigned to the fact that this day has finally come. Trump arrested, fingerprinted, and processed, appearing before Judge Juan Merchan, whom the former president has repeatedly attacked as a Trump-hating judge. Comments some say is a legally risky move and an accusation his own lawyer wouldn't repeat.
No, I don't believe the judge is biased. I mean, the president's entitled to his own opinion.
Video cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but the judge did allow still photographers to take pictures before the unprecedented arraignment began. Trump pleading not guilty to all charges. And just outside the courthouse, hundreds gathered in dueling protests.
People close with the former president say he wanted to get this over with and return to Florida as quickly as possible. He's already slated to give remarks at Mar-a-Lago later tonight. M. Wynn, ABC News, New York.
This month, we are celebrating not only the lives saved, but the people doing the saving. Why you should want to be the next hero for Donate Life Month.
And let's take a live look at I-37 at Cesar Chavez. You can see it is very slow going. See the Alamo Dome in the background there. Traffic is moving. It's just very slow.
Now stick around because we have a jam-packed show for you at 6. First, we're going to discuss the Bexar County District Attorney, Joe Gonzalez, pushing back. Today, he publicly took issue with KSAT's reporting of complaints from former staffers. The comments came right before county commissioners as Gonzalez said that low pay, he says that's the big reason behind those recent departures. Coming up on the 6 o'clock news, our Dylan Collier examines the DA's remarks. Plus, a home turned into a church. That's exactly what happened next door to a woman. She's had enough. She says it's loud. We also spoke with the church leader, and you're going to hear the dispute. Also, a huge painting in the works of Mission Espada on the south side. Who's responsible for that enormous task? And also, why or how it's going to keep all of our missions in good shape. We'll see you for these stories and more at 6.
Thank you, Stephania. 600 times a day, a hero is needed to save lives in South Texas through organ donation. And during this April, which is National Donate Life Month, attention is being given to those who can be that hero and save a life. The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center spearheading the campaign, trying to get the word out on how easy it is, but also how important it is. Right now, blood levels are only at a 2-day supply, so they are encouraging people to get out and donate. They could donate blood, organ, and tissue. It's always in big demand with 600 organs needed a day, and just one donation can save up to 75 people.
It can help them in a multitude of ways because there's so much that you can donate. So for example, a heart valve donation can actually save someone's life if they have a heart defect. Skin can also be used for wound care like burns and traumatic wounds as well.
This month, every donor is getting a Fiesta medal. For information on how you can sign up to donate, head to KSAT.com.
Take a live look outside right now, 86 degrees. We are eagerly anticipating our next front because could mean rain, Adam.
Oh, it's going to mean some rain.
Bring
this is
it.
good. Can you tell I'm in a really good mood because of this?
You've been that way since yesterday, though.
That's true. My Monday, I was just off the rails because we're getting close to Fiesta. The Fiesta medal's out. First giveaway's coming on Thursday. A lot going on. Even wore my Fiesta colored tie today.
Nice.
Get the pastels out. This is good. Good time of year. And leading into Easter weekend, we're going to have some much needed rainfall greeting us. And it should clear out by Easter. That's the nice thing. All right, so let's look at our temperature trend here. Tomorrow, we're near 80 for a high temperature. Most of us in the upper 70s. By Thursday and Friday, high temperatures right near 60. So right off the bat, I want you to put that in your mind. Get ready for that temperature whiplash that's coming this week. We're talking jacket weather Thursday and Friday with temperatures in the 50s most of the day on Thursday and Friday. And then notice how we rebound back to 78 by Easter, and then next week we're in the lower 80s. So let's talk about the big picture and what's happening. We have this Pacific moisture streaming overhead from the southwest and a very dynamic storm system that's coming together in the midsection of the country. I mean, we're talking blizzard conditions, Dakotas, northern Minnesota, and then severe weather down the midsection of the country. And the severe weather is going to be later on tonight for the most part, from parts of Wisconsin southward down into northeast Texas as well. So looks like another big severe weather outbreak as this cold front continues to progress eastward. We're going to get clipped by that cold front, and it could trigger a few storms tomorrow morning, but we're not expecting all that much. Here's our futurecast, and I think this is the best representation of what we can expect tomorrow morning. For the morning commute, and we're talking 6, 7, 8 a.m., a few thunderstorms popping up, mainly east of San Antonio, but we could have one or two even developing around town. We're giving it about a 20% chance. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we'll actually see a bit of sunshine, but you'll notice some other changes we'll get into in a moment. Then the pattern shifts and conditions really favor good overrunning moisture and some energy aloft to get some showers and thunderstorms going on Thursday. Notice they'll start closer to the Gulf Coast and then spread inland throughout the morning. And it's not going to be a continuous rain for anybody. So not one location is going to get a continuous rain, but we're talking good off and on soaking rains from Thursday morning all the way through Friday and even then tapering off early to midday on Saturday. So as for the actual potential over about a 2.5 day period, I think widespread, 1 to 3 inches. And I'm showing you this computer model right here that shows around 2 in San Antonio, 1.5 to 2. But this is actually one of the more conservative computer models. I do think we'll have locations and little bullseyes of 3 inches or more where some of the heavier downpour setups. So this is some good soaking, drought denting rain. That's what we need. Take that drought here
tonight at the Sacramento Kings. Coming up, he's got a little competition with his brother, a guard with the Grizzlies, and UConn dominated the men's NCAA championship last night. Coming up.
We battled back to 5 in the second half, but gave them too much separation, and we weren't at our best tonight, and we had to be at our best to win the game, and a lot of that has to do with UConn.
Coach Dutcher's Aztecs played hard, but UConn was the better team last night in big board sports. The Spurs and Suns will play ball tonight for the third and final time this season, and Phoenix leads the regular season series 2-0. Jeremy and Devin will sit out. Keldon is doubtful with a right foot sprain, and Zach Collins is questionable with a cut on his left fifth finger or his pinky. Third-year guard Trey Jones is coming off his first NBA triple-double with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists against the Kings Sunday night. He's the 15th player in Spurs history to record a triple-dub and the second in his family, tying his brother Tyus Jones, a guard with the Grizzlies.
Now it's tied because my brother obviously got that one on us earlier this year, but he already texted me and everything. He was watching, so he was super hyped. Yeah, I always appreciate that.
Suns will host the Spurs at 9. We'll have first half highlights on the Night Beat. UConn dominated the men's national championship game last night, 76-59 to win the Huskies' 5th national title. UConn led by 16, only to see the Aztecs cut the lead to 5 with 5:19 left. But UConn guard Jordan Hawkins answered with a 3 to trigger a 9-0 run to put this game on ice.
Coach drew something up for me, so I know he trusted me to take that shot. I just had to make it. I had to do the easy part. So all credit to my teammates for getting me open on those screens, and Coach for trusting me.
The agony of defeat, certainly tough to watch. Aztecs shooting guard Matt Bradley transferred from California to San Diego State after nearly giving up on basketball during COVID. But even through the tears of losing, he's glad he made the move.
It changed the directory of my life for sure. And, it's more than just basketball, Sorry, I'm crying up here and stuff, but I'm just really thankful for Coach Dutch and everybody that played a part in my move here, going to San Diego State. So, yeah, that's how I feel.
Check out this mural of Victor Wembanyama. It was recently added to Rudy's Seafood on the south side. It shows a 7'3" French baller in Spurs jersey with one of the 3 worst records in the NBA locked up. The Spurs, Suns, and Pistons all have a 14% chance to win the NBA draft lottery and the right to the #1 overall pick. I'll tell you what, the dude looks good in silver and black.
Spurs, Rockets, Pistons.
Yes.
It's on the Seafood thing. It's going to happen.
It's good.
It's on Ray's. It's going to happen.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You said it.
Ray knows.
All right. We'll be right back. We do have an update on that house fire. It is a total loss with just minor paint damage to a neighboring home and no injuries reported.
Thankful for that. Thank you for watching the News at 5. World News is up next.